Hi everyone, it's Jen from Mind's Eye, and what we're gonna do is a second attempt of the June full moon reading. And basically, what you gotta do is you gotta cry because sound is just not right. But right off the bat, right here, you got the cauldron, and when you have the cauldron, you just can't do. Basically, all you need to know about this, on a second try, on trying to get the moon message out, is that you can't even see it coming. So basically, what it is a truth. Let's shuffle the cards. Let's see. All right, the subconscious, solitude, noose. It has something to do with health. Has something to do with health. This moon, this strawberry moon. So we have the elixir, we have the noose, we have solitude, the subconscious, and the cauldron. It literally means that you just can't get away with a lot of things. You really can't get away. So it's like this time of rest that has to come in. It's very deceptive. It's hard to get this like feeling of a full moon on the way it carries out and plays out, that you can't see it through. And when you can't see it through, you can't be it through all the way through to be you. So basically, it's almost like a little bit of an imposter syndrome. And when you see it, you feel like you're living in fantasy, and people are actually going to go out and they're actually going to do things that they're not really supposed to be doing, but it feels good. But then it makes sense because there is no sense. So why is there like obstruction of like senses with this moon? What kind of energy is that? Because we can't even pick up on the astrological signs as it is supposed to come through. And when it actually comes in around, you're going to feel that energy maybe to start doing something that's really not like correct, or like I don't know why I hear a gate. That you actually see this. You see this knife right here. That is the energy of this whole thing. So let's actually do this deck one more time. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? There's like a drinking of like drinking the tea that you're really not supposed to be drinking. And when you see this, you can't even believe it. Again, cauldron. It's not white dress. Moon, you're not supposed to know. For some reason, the strawberry moon, you're not supposed to know. Moon, white dress, cauldron. There's something of like remembering, of doing it on an autopilot, on the way it comes through. So let's actually go to another deck and see what else is there. There we go. So I really don't see it come through, and I really don't see it like high and mighty. But I really looking out there. There's a few knocks on the door, and they're saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you're not supposed to be doing this. This is not correct." They're like, "No, no, no. I really was supposed to be doing this. I really was." All right. There's about securement when they do it. It's like a harsh, like a move on, a harsh move on. It is a new beginning. This Ace of Wands. It really fires up. But like I said last month with the zodiac signs, fire signs were gonna like implode. They're gonna pop off, and like water signs were really going to be like solid, solid. And then all of a sudden, earth signs are too grounded in reality that you can't get any leeway, which was not a bad thing because there was something else going on. And then when it actually came to air signs, they're like, I can't even believe we got this done. So what kind of energy came into June? Because there is no steel. There's no steel. There's no like emotion. It's like a harsh ending. This ending is coming in. What ending is this? All right. It is going to cause chaos. That is what it's saying. It's highly, highly difficult. Difficult. Seven of Wands. Struggle. Struggle. All right. Poker cards. knocking out energy. Astrological. What do we need to know astrologically? Where is everything with planets and stars that is commanding the strawberry moon? It really is more north. It's like gold on the west to the south. So when I see the seven of diamonds and I see the four of hearts, it's a type of cutout that was not supposed to be. That like makes people a little like on autopilot, as we said, like an autopilot. And when you see the jack of diamonds to everything that you're supposed to do, the 10 of diamonds to the jack of diamonds, it's like a no-go on anything. It's a no-go. Just sit and watch. They have free will choices. A lot of these people, they have everything. You know what I mean? And when you say, like, where is the people who have no free will choices? That's what we're looking for, because if they have that free will choice with that moon, that you just have no sense about you, but then you have others who have no free will choice on something, and they're going to have the same effect. This is where the Jack of Spades is coming through. It is a spare through. Spare through. It hurts. It hurts because you don't know what it's going to do. High impulse, where like vision past our nose is like occluded. Occluded. We don't know why we hear occluded to you can't get sick. So when I'm looking at it and I'm looking at like teeth, I'm looking at this. What could be astrologically like about teeth, eyes, and nose? It really would be Gemini. Gemini. So the Queen of Diamonds, and then you have the Queen of Hearts. It's a pair. It's a pair. They work opposite. That energy. So we're talking about masculine energy as a no-go. Feminine energy. Feminine energy is in hard, hard, hard with the strawberry moon. Not masculine. Masculine needs to take a break and like retract back, which is a little heinous with the three spades. And it really means like, oh my gosh, holy cow. Oh, it hurts. It really hurts. The nine of clubs. It's a working together. It's a working together. You couldn't even make it up. Three of clubs. Old habits die hard. You'll see it. Old habits die hard. One more out of this deck. It's a good one. Six of hearts. When you actually go out and you have a picnic and you have a get together, especially with graduations and such and Father's Day, you're going to feel well. Like, oh, this is exactly where we needed to be. But it made no sense. It made no sense. All right, let's look at the runes. Teach Moonstone. All right, a wasp, strength. Wunho, joy. Othala, heritage, house, estate. Hera, like all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, harvest, collecting. I'm seeing farmers. I'm seeing like all forms of something that's like to be and not to be. Hebo, get. And then you see Sawul, which is like solid. When you see Sawul with this, with that moon, it's going to come in so solid. The energy, they're just going to just go do. They're just going to go do. So when I look at it and I go instinct, you can't believe the type of instinct. It doesn't even have to be intuitive measure or psychic measure. It's just sheer instinct. It's already there within us. And then when you see this Fehu, it's like a type of like torch, but I don't know why I see the branch. I see oak tree with this moon. And when I see this Barkana, birch, there's something about a tree, and there's something about a birth that causes a freeze. And then when you see it, and you see Rido, and you see Dega, and then you see Algis, it's riding through hard on what you see and do. You literally can't even make it. You literally can't. So when I go and I look at this and it says, Tewas, which is warrior, but my broken faded rune, it's like a flip open. It's open fate. That means it's portal. So let's actually go to the Pleiadian Oracle. This would be the season where portals would be opening, like Lionsgate portal and such. You can't make it up. There we go. This, right off the bat, when you look at this and you say, it really is a guiding light. And when you really look at it, you go, the transmission, you heard it, like just intuitively, and then you see the enlightened gut. There's something about the way it all comes through on the way, even to what you eat. It comes through the sacred geometrics, like you could see it straight through. When you look at galactic core, it's right here and it hurts. We are talking about a type of reflux of how after someone has experienced a type of trauma, and that type of trauma, you actually have to sit with them. They're like so haywire. They're like, yeah, I got it. And then you have to sit for like an hour or 3 hours and get it done. It takes like months to years to actually get it through. Star centers, star family, to my rope. You look at it and you go, it's hard working together, sitting down, and then you have to say, I'm so sorry. They say, I'm sorry. There's a lot of forgiveness. Because when you see Maya, this volcano, the way this earth is above the volcano, it really abruptly erupted, but it wasn't. It was contained. So that is this feeling of this moon. There's huge shaking chances. That's the energy of it all. So lastly, Animal Spirit Oracle, and that will be it. Black egg, bear. What else do we need to know about June full moon? Zebra, scorpion, cobra. There's something about this like sting that comes in, and it's not always like law enforcement or anything, but there is a sting that's rare. It's rare. When you see owl, it's like wisdom and prudence together that can't actually bring in contentment, and that's all you need to know. It's like a rare full moon, but you'll get it through. So any questions or concerns, leave a like, a comment, a share, an email. It's greatly appreciated, and we'll talk to you soon.